Being loyal, so I'm gonna disregard my boundaries and I'm gonna show up for whoever, whenever, because of loyalty, right? And then the part about tomorrow, and it made me think about Donny Hathaway song when he said, "For all we know, tomorrow never comes." And really, there's no such thing as tomorrow, because when it happens, we say it's today.
Bro. Boy, you just said something. What? You just said something.
He went like this. Then he went like this. Then he went like this.
I'm like, wait a minute. You just what? All right, that's what? That was good. That was good.
We're gonna jump right back into the pod with the performance section now. Tone, you let us through stretches, and you're gonna kick things off with the choice.
All right. So this is the choice, and I'm just gonna try to see if you guys can catch on. All right. The alarm rings at 4:30. I negotiate with it. 5 more minutes. 10. 20. By the time my feet touch the floor, the day already feels ahead of me. Coffee becomes breakfast. Rush becomes routine. And somehow I'm always surprised at why life keeps moving in the same way. The alarm rings at 4:30. I don't ask how I feel. I made the decision last night. The individual I'm becoming is already up and on the other side of the bed. I got a match. So I stand. I stretch. I breathe. I move. And before the world asks anything of me, I already kept my promise to myself. My phone lights up. It's that friend. The one who only calls when life is falling apart. The one who disappears when mine does. I answer anyway. I know how the conversation's going to go. I know how I'm going to feel after. I'm drained. But a lack of boundaries has a way of disguising itself as loyalty. So I stay available, and I call it love. My phone lights up. I smile. Then I place it face down. Not every invitation needs access. Not every relationship deserves or requires close proximity. Boundaries aren't walls, they're instructions. Mine says, protect your peace. With more fierce and more force than you protected your pain. I tell myself I'll start tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll save. Tomorrow I'll read. Tomorrow I'll do that reading. Tomorrow I'm going to start that class. Yeah, tomorrow I'm going to take the risk. Tomorrow's such a beautiful place. Nothing ever fails there. Nothing ever begins there either. I invest before I'm comfortable. I learn before I'm ready. I begin before I'm confident, because confidence was never the requirement. Movement is. Fear doesn't disappear before the leap. It's the prerequisite. It comes with it. It's the package. So when I look into the mirror after cutting off the water, Tone looks at Cynthonia. Tell me something. How did you become healthier? How did you become financially free? How did you find your peace? How do you attract people like that? How did you become you? Cynthonia looks back. Become? I didn't. I just stepped into the identity of the individual who makes these tiny decisions in every moment. The workout, the boundary, the book, the walk, no apology, the discipline, the choices nobody celebrates, the choices nobody sees. You're asking how to become me, but you meet me every morning, every opportunity, at every crossroad and every decision. If you really want to be like me, just make the choices I made. Just be me. That's it.
Just be me. It is a choice. Just be yourself, right?
Mhm.
A lot of imposters that we take on, thinking like, oh, I gotta be like this or fit this type of a copy and paste type of a, what is it, like a, however it is, that's what, it comes across as sometimes. But two things stood out to me from that.
Mhm.
And one was the lack of boundaries disguised as loyalty. Because that happens a lot, right? Like, oh, yeah, I'm being loyal, so I'm going to disregard my boundaries and I'm going to show up for whoever, whenever, because of loyalty, right? And then the part about tomorrow. And it made me think about Donny Hathaway song when he said, "For all we know, tomorrow never comes."
Mhm.
And really, there's no such thing as tomorrow, because when it happens, we say it's today.
Bruh.
Boy, you just said something. What? You just
He
said
went like
something.
this. He went like this. Then he went like this. Then he went like this.
I'm like, wait a minute. You just what? All right, that's what? That was good. That was good. Dang.
Yeah, yeah, agreed. I wrote down what you wrote down about the loyalty, Emmanuel. I mean, you smashed that. You did. I liked what you said. Boundaries aren't walls; they're instructions. I was like, oh, that's lyrics. That's some lyrics.
Yeah, I'm getting good.
You are. You're dropping the bomb. Rush becomes routine.
Mm-hmm.
Bang, bang. Yes, indeed. The amount of things that we end up just doing and we don't even know, like, I fully relate to that. And you're in the middle of it and then you're like, what am I doing? You know what I mean? When you transition into the new you. Why am I?
But so you got it. You got what I was trying to do. Like the choices that Tone makes and the choices that Cynthonia makes, they're the same individuals, just all in the choice being two different identities.
Yeah. The choices and what I hear in it as well is the perceptions.
100%.
Yeah, you smashed it. Absolutely smashed it. And you said something like, I wrote down, tomorrow's such a beautiful place. And
nothing
I think
ever feels there, but nothing ever starts.
I think Emmanuel landed that plane, so I won't go back over that. But yeah, superb, loved it.
Thank you. I actually enjoyed writing that one. It's so I didn't think too hard.
Yes, you did. First of all, yes. You did. Second of all, it's because it's you. Like I know you well enough to know you did, but outside of that, bro, that was writing. That is what writing is supposed to do. I absolutely adored how you wrote that piece, the way you mirrored yourself, which is hard to do. You have to be able to be vulnerable. You have to be able to put yourself in some compromising situations to do that. And to show that was an absolutely beautiful thing. It just shows your evolution, that glow that I was talking about on the pod.
You were talking about in real life. Thank you. I thought you meant
I'm telling you, like, it's like it shows from the inside out, even in your writing. Like, only a person who is evolving and choosing radical acceptance could write something like that. And I need you to give yourself as much credit as we're giving you for that. That was absolutely beautiful. Like, I'm not going to repeat what's already been said, because the part that hit me in the throat was the tomorrow piece. I'm telling you, that tomorrow bit was like one of the most powerful things I've heard from you, period. And the piece itself overall, like, man, beautiful. So pat yourself on the back about 20 times. You deserve it. I absolutely love that piece from you. Dope. You just keep getting better and better.
Thank you so much, because I love the last piece I did, but I really like this piece too, so I appreciate it. Thank you.
Before you step on, let me just highlight what Adriana said about radical self-acceptance. That's a massive point, because you can't come out with a piece like that unless you are in the truth of self. You know what I mean? You're going to be dodging and running from all that. So I just wanted to smack that in there as well, Adriana.
I'm taking it. Yes.
Quite a big point there. Radical self-acceptance. Nice.
Very, very, very important. And now we're going to get into the very hip-hop, very poetic stylings of I Am I with Dear Summer.
Dear Summer, I guess you wonder where I've been. I left to find that love within. Now I'm back, Summer, with that kind of love that won't let me down. Some of that love that Whitney Houston sung about, that easily achievable. Even Stevie can see it too. So it shouldn't be a wonder, Summer. Man was given his command to love thy neighbor as thyself. I'm heavy on the self part, because how can I give love if I don't got it? That's out of pocket. I've learned to love don't come from the heart socket. It's actually a thought sparked in the vast network region of the brains called the limbic system. Now, some of what's more interesting is that line when Donny Hathaway said, I love you in a place where there's no space or time. There has to be a love that comes from the mind, a love that never drains because it's self-regenerating. That kind of love that I found for me, myself, and I am no longer blinded. I'm shining from the inside out, Summer. So when the season changes and love cannot be found, I've learned to lean on the ever-living, ever-faithful, ever-sure love that will always be around, Summer. Peace, love, and light.
Nah, cause hold on, he said even Stevie could see it. Didn't we the one that I'm like, yo, get it? Nah, you know you're a lyricist though, but yeah. I'm gonna let somebody else go.
I can see you. I get that whole real griot vibe from you, you know, and I could just see you when you were reading it. I was visioning you like in a park with a picnic, and everybody, you know, laid back and drinking fresh lemonade and listening to your words as they like bubble over them. There was a lot that you said. I loved the whole bit around it's not from the heart. Love is a thought in the limbic system, and there's no space or time. Like, yeah, I loved all that because it's the cosmology bit of it all. Do you know what I mean? Because that is the cosmos inside of us, isn't it? The thoughts and all of that. So it's very visual. Absolutely felt it. It made me think the people in your life that you love are blessed, because what I got from it was that it's true. The power of that, your self-love makes you love others sincerely. Beautiful piece, loved it. Yeah.
Beautiful response to that as well. Like I won't, triple down on what's already been said, but I will say, good brother, your alliteration, your ability to weave words together the way you do, that's a lost art in my opinion. Like there are very few who still pay attention to how that can paint the picture of your story, and I think that was my favorite part of your entire piece, the way you were able to make it hip-hop but also make it poetic, but also make it very visual so we could see what your rise looks like. And to Caroline's point, yes, when you shine your light the way you shine it, it reflects your family, it reflects the people you love, and I think that was a beautiful showing of art. That was art for sure. I loved it.
Thank you. Yeah, I agree. It is a reflection for sure, for sure. And it requires mirror work. It also requires something that you're gonna give us breakdown on with your piece.
Can I just say real quick before you start? I just wanted to say, like, what I wanted to say was what Adrian said. Like, as far as alliteration, I'm looking for the right words. Like, I keep saying you're a lyricist, but like, she just explained it perfectly the way you were able to like do a lot of different languages poetically in that one piece. Is basically all right. Go ahead. I'm done. Just wanted to say that you said it. You said it the way I was trying to. It was kind of scattered, but yeah.
No doubt it's received all the same for sure. Now go ahead and give us some of that good old shadow work.
Ooh. All right, guys, we're just gonna jump right into it. When I close my eyes to sunrise, darkness bends to compromise. Brightness inside is allowed to shine, and shadow reveals all that it hides. I want to visit both, settling into my trance, my future self giving speeches. My younger self does a dance, shimmy shake. My mind becomes clear, and so begins the conversation. Parts of self have been waiting for relief from the quaking, the aching of wounds that have yet to heal, only now becoming relevant, vivid, and real. Adriana, from 13 to 17 years old, what is it that you need to help you feel more whole? Every bracket I ask, but this one needs the most attention. She saw and bared the burdens most extreme of my existence, traumatic experience after dramatic experience after mental interference and no ears to hear it. Hear them. Multiple layers of wax built up. Had examples that taught me not to speak up. Now I'm in the abyss of reflecting on self to ensure she is loved before anyone else. That was a lesson, you see. Others came before me. Their expressions seemed perfected as I sank in poor me. The crutch of all crutches. That and playing aloof. Wanting the attention as I pushed away proof that I have my own style, own vibe, own voice. Leaning into several masks, disappearing by choice. Now I'm here with my shovel, unearthing more truth. More needs, more wants, never shown in my youth. That demand to be seen, heard, hugged, and uplifted. This is also the range where I didn't feel gifted. I didn't feel special, worthy, or needed. I mostly felt like a burden, unseen, not heeded. Not meant for this world. A few times I attempted, but spirit knew my heart. Deep down, I never meant it. The haunting still remains. To an extent, it takes time to heal from all the cuts that developed over time. I missed a memo on that. A few times, in fact. Until some sudden encounters helped change my mindset. The work is lifelong, but worth the effort required. I intend for these words to help, to inspire as many as possible to face their own shadows head on, remove the layers of weight to grow and move on, heal and be strong, knowing sunshine awaits. With every step in your darkness, you're changing your fate. When I open my eyes to sunrise, darkness bends to compromise. Brightness inside is allowed to shine, and shadow reveals all that it happens.
Come on now. Yeah. Shadow reveals all that it hides. And that was something that you said earlier about the shadow revealing that you circle back to. That's like, I already made a note of that. Like, that's, yeah, that shadow work. But another thing that really spoke to me was taking the time to heal, because that's really self-love, right? Doing the inner work of healing when it comes to loving yourself. It's like, all right, there's something here that I need to pay attention to. I need to give myself that hug because I haven't been embraced in this way from within. So now I'm taking the time to really put me first. And I heard a lot in there. It's very layered. I'm when it's out. And yeah, that's just my quick 1-2 points that I had taken note of from it. Very nice. Very nicely done.
This is crazy. This is just absolutely obnoxious. This is. I'm so sick of it. Like, you talking about you keep getting better. First of all, you already know how I feel. Like, I already admired the way you write. I love it so much. And universe, if I'm lying, make my computer start flying. I could listen to your poetry. Like I could literally read your poetry and listen to your poetry. Like I could just listen to it. No, I'm not gonna say all day. That would just be kind of boring. But I could listen to it for. It's just I don't know how you do it, and I don't know how people could make words like like how you can go a whole long poem and make certain words rhyme and keep the content like on par, like on course. Like how many words do you have to know to be able to play around with words like that? Like I don't know, but I just love it. I just love it. Like I said, the poet, it was extremely layered. It was layered on so many different levels, but I love when you sing Adriana. I love when you sing your I love when you see your higher self, but you're able to still dance in your in your younger self. It's just I don't know. I love the way you write. I love it. I just love the way you write. I swear, and I love it more the way you perform it, the way you speak it. That's all. I'm not whatever. You're freaking getting on my nerves with this.
Well, I don't want to do that, but I appreciate you, Tom. Thank you. You always see how is it that you the one that want to bring folks to tears and all that? But thank you, man, because I try really, 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 really hard. And by the way, I don't know all the words in the world. I'm heavy on the dictionary. I'm heavy on Google. I just, I think of what I want to make sense, just so the audience knows. Like, you don't have to know everything to try. Just the same thing with alliteration. Like, it just that's the fun of playing around with words. The same way you mirrored yourself. Give yourself some credit, okay? But in general, I appreciate you, man. I really do. Like the part of the reason why I'm here and as transparent, I'll say, as I am, is because of you guys. So I appreciate you for that.
Yeah, I will support everybody else and agree. I think, the work the work, it's not effort, it's diligence, it's repetition, is clear to see, So I think Cynthonia made a wonderful point there about your arsenal of words. Pow, like you got an arsenal of words, and I love it. I like the bit where you said something about others' perfections, and then you said sank into poor me. I love that lyric at the beginning. I love when you said your future self giving speeches. I related to that. My future self's always talking at me like this. What you doing, Kaz? What you doing, Adriana? What else? I already kept my promise to myself. I wrote that down. And then I wrote down, there's a bit at the end where you went into feelings. And what that made me think was energy in motion. Emotions, manifestation, and perception. That's what the hammering. Was that your intention? Because that's what I got from it. The hammering of you talking about, I feel this and I feel that and I feel this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That and bringing it to the forefront as a reminder. As an empath, you can forget. Because again, like I said in the pod, like I am my biggest critic at times. So in my work, I try to inspire other people, but I'm also inspiring myself. Like when I, do my thing or whatever, I'm always literally talking about an experience or something that I've personally gone through, because I feel like that's what's the most real. Like I don't speak to things I don't know about because that's just not real. It's fake. I prefer to be, transparent about myself, and in turn, it helps me grow. But yeah, that was exactly the point. You hit that nail on the head.
Yeah, because I hear that's the bit about the whole spiritual growth thing, is that the shadow work that you've just talked about, it leads to the evolution because you're facing the truth of your feelings, which a lot of the time we all try and run from. Because if it's painful, who wants to sit and look at it? You know what I mean? Who wants to sit and look at the pain and unpick it and stare at it? And, you know, you don't want to do that. So, yeah, you really gave, for me, a very clear visual of the shadow work and what it does. So, yeah, you smashed it as per usual.
I appreciate you guys. Thank you. It's proper that you are giving the last comments because we are down to you. You want to give us a little bit of flavor with Bubble Up?
Yes. Bubble up, because in England we say we're bubbling. So this is self-love summer and what it means to me. Freshly squeezed oranges, limes and clinking ice cubes. I'm putting my bare feet down this time and letting the grass serenade me. Linking daisies into chains as I recline into soca, reggae and sun rays. Bubbling to some UK garage, headphones on, skank out. Come on, up for me, not down with that. Up the breeze as I lie back on my bed and meditate. Ungrateful. I am so grateful, so supremely thankful that some may find me distasteful. F that, love this. Up the benefits and no apologies to those that don't get it, because I'm bubbling. And I'm loving it.
Short and sweet and to the point and loving it. That's so funny. That's so far what we like. You wrote that today. You good. You freestyle. You're good too. Bubbling. So basically, like that's kind of like how you described yourself, how you feel when you're in your self-love, unapologetic, on it, this and the third. Like so, bubbling. So how you feel when you're in self-love? You be bubbling. I love it.
Bubbling.
That was short and sweet and to the point. I love that too. Love that. So good music.
I see what you did there. I'm putting my bare foot down.
Yes.
I'm doing some grounding, I see.
Inspired by you all, you and Adriana particularly.
You know I love the part about the music. I'm like, okay, the music, yeah, we here, we outside.
That was a good catch, Ma. That was a good catch with the grounded. I didn't even catch that. That was good.
This was fun. To circle back to, we will have a conversation off camera about language and how it's universal, even though it's a little bit different, depending on where you are. And I absolutely love how that makes this piece shine. It was fun. It was just a lot of fun. It painted a picture of what your birthday parties, in my opinion, probably looked like as well. You know, from what I understand, the UK doesn't get a whole lot of sun, but this season tends to be when you do get enough of it, I guess. So I loved it. I loved how much you love, this season. It's apparent in the way you wrote. I loved it.
Thank you. But yeah, it's I just had the thought of when Cynthonia was saying earlier about when you're rising up and keeping those energies at bay. And a spiritualist that I saw the other day, she was saying, do you find that you go into rooms now and you start to aggravate people? And that happens to me blatantly. Do you know what I mean? I walk in and they're like, get her out. And I'm like, what? It's a party over here, man. So I just think it is so supremely important just to bring it back home, to just F what people think. Do you know what I mean? And depending who you are, if you're like me, where it's always mattered, and you're black in a predominantly white environment where you represent the whole black race everywhere you go. So you've got to be on point, and you've got to, because what they see me do, that's what they think of every black woman on the planet. I'm in that, F that, mate. Like, I'm going to be me. And if you don't like it, I'll keep the language clean. I just end it there.
I love that. I love that, and I relate to that. I think that also translates to being the only source of positivity in a room, and the negativity in a room, because it's the same concept, right? You want to stay in a certain mindset, but if you are in an environment that you're constantly having to expel more energy out just to stay sane, that's not a healthy environment. And please recognize that for yourselves, people. But that is universal. Like, definitely don't worry about what other people think of you. The people that are for you will gravitate towards you if you make the right choice. The quote tone. Make the right choice.
I'm sitting here like, that's a fact. I'm muted. No, but yeah, that's a fact. I guess. I guess if I say something in closing too, right? Because but you guys said what's true. You guys said what's true. Self-love, self-love summer, winter, spring, or fall, right? But since we're talking about self-love summer, you don't have no wealth, you don't have no health, you don't have no good relationships until you have it with yourself. That's just period. Like, even if you pretend for a while, you don't have joy, you're just in a good mood for a while. You have to have that self-love. You have to have those ugly moments. You have to have those hard moments. You have to have those isolated moments. But you have to have those moments. And it's okay to have those moments. But the more you love on yourself, the easier it's going to be to walk through this life. That's just the plainest way to put it. There's going to be times where things are not going to go your way. Things are not going to look favorable. Your body parts might hurt. You're going to get sick. Whatever situation, even in those situations, if you are loving on yourself, if you are walking in that right path, because when you're loving on yourself, you automatically walk in your right path. Automatically. The universe has it set up that way. When you're doing that, even when you fall into those situations where they're uncomfortable, they feel so much lighter than when you are not in self-love. You will have the same situation and it will feel two different ways. There's one way you can go through a situation not in self-love, and it's going to hurt. You're going to stay stagnant in it for a longer period of time. And then you could be in self-love and go in that same situation. You can have understanding of that situation. You could see different ways to maneuver that, and it be completely different. But you have to. That is the key. The key is not money. The key is not working hard. The key is walking in your true identity. And if you want a better identity, find out what that better identity looks like. What are the choices that identity makes, and make those choices. Period. That's all I gotta say. Love yourself this song.
And what else is there to be said after that, right? That's been Self Summer from the Well-Beings Podcast to you. And we'll be back with the cookout next.
Yeah.
Good.
What they say? How they do it?
So bring the watermelon.
You gotta bring some watermelon.